Hello and welcome to this video from AJ's Locks and Locks. Today in the Vice we have a Chubb detector. This is LPU Black Belt 4 rated. There's the key. Look how tiny that key is. Absolutely tiny. It's sprung, so I'm not sure if you can see in there. It has a sprung catch. See if I can do this one-handed. There we go. So it springs back on itself, so the key doesn't go all the way around. It just goes to 180, stops. If I do overset it, I can bring it back on itself and that'll reset the mechanism, which I'll show you a bit more later. For this I will be picking it using a custom tensioning tool from the very fantastic Nigba. This is one that I made me for this Chubb detector. This is an unranked version and you can't see the detector lever in there. Also has a monitor lever. That's a, if I remember right, I think it's a 6K74, something like that. No curtain, no false gates that I can remember. This one's got false gates, it's got a curtain, and then this is some 1.2mm music wire that I made. So get that in there. Picking tip to the front. Very light tension. And hopefully we'll get somewhere. If you've been here a while, you will know I love lever locks. We'll drop there, so hopefully not far away already. And there we go, we've got it. So hold that open. Put the torch on again. You see me should just about see I'm pulling that open and closed. So let's get it broke down and show you what's inside. So from a little bit of research I've done on this lock, 1900 to 1910 I think. That could have been 1890 to 1900, something like that. So there's the two screws. So inside the top here sits the curtain, and then a little retaining spring, just so it can find its home position for the key to go in, and that just stays there like that. And inside there we've got obviously the lever pack, we've got a spring for that catch on the top there, and then we've got the leaf spring for the levers. If we start taking it apart, think because these are more handmade than anything, a pain in the butt because you haven't got the same build tolerances as stuff that's mass produced. So all these levers I know are definitely handmade, because when you look at the thicknesses of some of them, they're all over the place, which is why I've had to use the 1.2mm, because you look at that one, it's about 1mm thick. And the last one, which is what does the detector lever. So the other levers, like you see, that one's got a cut out, that one's got a cut out, that one's got a cut out, that one hasn't, that one hasn't. That's what trips the little metal bit up here. And that's the detector. And when that trips, that will never move, because that goes up into the top, sits in there, and it'll never be able to open until it's been reset properly. This is the worst one to try and get out. So there's the full mechanism inside. So this little bit here goes up into the top section, up there when it's been detected, and then this ledge here sits underneath it and stops it from coming back down, and that stops the lock from being able to open. It has a little tiny warding piece here which goes on that cut out on the key, so it sits there like that. So yeah, absolutely fantastic lock. Seeing that mechanism in action is cool. So just take you out of this holder, bear with me a minute. Bring you down to see these levers. Rather than bringing them up to the screen. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time.